Excuse me, nurse, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I'm here to look for my mother. I understand she may be in this hospital.
Name, please.
Gerald Munson, but you could call me Gerald.
Your mother's name, sir. That is who we're looking for, is it not?
That's a good point. You have to excuse me, I'm a little on edge.
Hardly makes you the exception in the ICU wing, sir.
Hey! You know, I can tell by that snappy attitude of yours that you've worked here for an extremely long time. You're also very jaded. And you care very little for the emotional suffering of complete strangers.
There is no yelling in this area, Mr. Munson. I'd appreciate if you would just calm down.
I apologize. I just want to know if my mother is here, Nurse Ratchet.
My name is Ramsey, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry. I must have misread your name there.
Here we are, Mr. Munson. Genevieve Doherty Munson.
What does the screen say?
Says she's in room 525.
Okay, 525. If you just point me in the right direction, I will run down the hallway and trouble you no further.
It's after visiting hours.
Nurse Ramsey, I've been on 4 plane rides to get to Chicago from Boulder, Colorado, let alone some hack taxi cab driver who took me on the longest route possible in order to get to Bensonville. I would appreciate it if you just turned your head for just a minute and I'll run down that hallway like a kid who just stole some candy.
That's quite impossible, sir.
I just want to speak to my mother just for a couple of minutes.
You're not going to be able to do that right now.
I guess this is where I run past you and you call security.
She's in a coma, Jerry.
I was told it was a mild heart attack.
Initially, the bigger problems were an aortic and brain aneurysm.
Is she ever waking up?
It's way too early to tell. Why don't you have a seat, and when the floor intern passes through, I'll direct him over to you.
Please. Can't I just look in her room and watch her breathe? Is that too much to ask?
I'm afraid it is. Now, please sit down, or else you could just come back tomorrow.
I'll buy you lunch tomorrow if you let me in today.
And I'll have you barred from the hospital if you do not follow the rules. Now, sit down and wait like everyone else.
What is up your ass, Twinkle-Toes? We never dated. Why are you throwing this huge attitude on her?
You seat! Silence! Thank you.
Buddy, what do you say you and I go in the hallway, grab the fire extinguisher off the wall, and we'll rush her? If we work together, we can get past her.
I don't have the energy.
Ah, she's a witch, I knew it. She's robbed you of your power. I guess we need to find some kind of mystical sword or a magic potion.
My brother's back there. They don't know if he's gonna make it. So if you don't mind, I'd rather not talk.
You sure you want to stay in that dark place, dude? Talking might help you out.
Stop badgering people. I will call security if you do not leave him alone.
Okay. Okay. Sheesh. Hello.
Hi.
What do you say you run out in the hall, get in the fire extinguisher, and we'll go in and we'll rush her. And
What
then we...
did I just say?
You said it about him.
I said stop badgering people.
Sir, do you consider yourself to be people?
Oh, you were working my last nerve here, Mr. Munson.
You know, I'm very sorry that all your nerves were worked before I got here.
Are you going to be quiet? Or do I call security?
You know, you strike me as the kind of woman that goes ballistic when somebody messes up a dinner setting at a party she's throwing. Ooh, signs of life.
That's the first funny thing I heard since I got here.
How long ago was that?
I don't even remember. 3 weeks, maybe?
How about this one? This guy walks into a psychiatrist's office and he starts screaming, "I'm a wigwam, I'm a teepee. I'm a wigwam, I'm a teepee." So the psychiatrist comes up to him and says, "Relax, you're too tense." Too tense. Get it?
That's it. Hello. Carl. I have a problem child up here in the ICU. Can you please come up? Thank you. Security's on their way up.
Are they bringing mace, attack dogs, and stun guns?
Why did you ask that?
Because in my hometown, in the library where I come from, that's what they use. Because when you're serious about not talking, you don't cut
I
corners.
guess they find that funny where you come from.
No, madame, it's the Crockett City Public Library.
For God's sakes, would you go downstairs outside and tell your jokes out there and let us suffer in peace?
I'm sorry, I thought this was a hospital waiting room. Or is this the morgue, and did I miss something when I came in?
Can't you just respect the fact that some of us want to suffer in solitude? Did it ever occur to you that you're disrupting things?
I prefer not to suffer at all if I could help it.
Listen, Mr. Munson, I don't know how they handle things in hospitals where you come from, but this is...
Actually, we do it in a barn. You see, we have no money, so we use whiskey as an anesthetic. And,
Carl!
Oh my God!
Is there a problem here, Helen?
That would be me, officer. Apparently I broke a rule I didn't know about by accident.
Which was?
Well, you see, I tried to start a volleyball game in the waiting room, but apparently sporting events are only allowed in the operating rooms.
Well, I'm sure you're having a rough time, though. You wouldn't be in this part of the hospital, sir.
Listen, how about you and I go out into town and grab some coffee? And then maybe we could thumb wrestle. What do you say, best 93 out of 197?
Well, what's your name, Mr.
Munson.
Yeah?
Don't you wait up for me, Helen. Carl and I are going to go out and hit the town, and then we're going to get that coffee. But I guarantee you, I'll see you tomorrow.
What do you do for a living?
If I had $1 for every hyper-aggressive family member who came out here, oh, I'd be rich.
What would you be if you took yourself and your job less seriously?
Good morning, I'm Jerry Munson, and it's great to see that the nurse from yesterday has been relieved of her duties, which I'm sure is a great thing to us all.
Helen is the night shift nurse, Mr. Munson. I'm Lisa Graves, daytime desk nurse. How can I assist you?
How about you taking my car for a tune-up while I visit my mom?
I don't know the first thing about car engines.
Take it to Pep Boys, I'll give you the cash.
I'd love to help you out, but, I have to watch the desk.
And maybe then you could tell me how my mom is doing.
I think it would be best if one of the doctors fill you in. Dr. Salvo should be out in a minute or two.
Well, that would be great. I waited here for hours last night, and I got no update whatsoever.
I'm sorry. That does seem to happen when the doctors get tied up. Is there anything I can do for you at this point?
You got a minute to dance cheek to cheek?
Which cheeks?
Either or.
Maybe later. Right now, I gotta write stuff with this pencil and erase it, so it looks like they're paying me for something.
You got lots of forms there, huh?
You're right. Maybe I'll do some real paperwork instead of looking like I'm a trained professional or something. Feel free to enjoy one of those cozy seats in the waiting room.
What? No lazy boy recliners?
Oh, I'm sorry. You picked the wrong week to stop by. They're all out being reupholstered.
I'll have to tell my mother to plan her comas with a little more sensitivity to other people in the future.
That sounds like a sensible idea.
Welcome, Cub Scout Camp 418, to Camp Gitchigumi. Today, we are going to learn how to whittle a claw hammer out of the bark of a tree.
Don't tell me you're going to start up where you left off yesterday. Give me a break.
What?
Lighten up, lady. Being all depressed isn't going to solve anything.
Mind your own business.
Will you two shut up? My brother's in there with multiple gunshot wounds and his life is hanging in the balance. I do not need to listen to your bitching and bickering.
Oh, that's terrible. What happened?
He was accidentally shot on a hunting trip. He took 4 bullets.
God, where did that happen?
Downtown Chicago.
Downtown Chicago? Where in downtown Chicago were you hunting? Petland discounts?
Actually, he was shot in an apartment building down there, Lakeshore Drive.
You were hunting in an apartment building?
A lot of apartment buildings in Chicago contain large herds of elk and caribou.
You shut up, it is not funny.
I'm still having trouble with him getting shot on a hunting trip in an apartment building.
We were getting set to go on the hunting trip, and the gun went off.
You did say 4 bullets, didn't you?
Yes, Dave, that's his name. Dave got hit 4 times.
Are you sure it wasn't a crack deal gone bad?
It was 4 rifle shots. They went through a wall and hit him in another room.
Was it your gun?
Yeah, it was my gun, but I didn't shoot it.
What kind of a blithering half-assed moron shoots a hunting rifle 4 times through an apartment wall?
Yo.
You see, me and my brother Dave were taking our other brother Lloyd hunting for the first time. And I should have made sure the safety was on before I handed him the gun.
Yeah, well, it would have helped if Dave would have yelled a little louder after I accidentally shot him the first 3 times.
You are definitely President of the United States material for sure.
Or crack-on sniper.
Okay, looking for the family of Dave Patterson.
Oh, yeah, right here.
Dr. Serge Savo, I'm the head of this wing.
Nice to meet you, sir. Do you have any news?
It's pretty good, really.
Oh, I'm Lloyd Patterson. Dave is my brother.
Well, Lloyd, despite the fact that someone mistook your brother for a charging rhino instead of a plumber, his chances of full recovery are pretty good.
Like, I'm supposed to have x-ray vision and see him through walls?
Oh, shut up.
Well, it seems that all 4 bullets missed major organs, and if everything goes smoothly, he should be out of the woods by this time tomorrow.
Is he awake?
He's in and out of consciousness.
Did he say anything about wanting to kill me?
If your name's Floyd, kept screaming about what he's going to do to you with a weed whacker.
Well, can we see him?
I don't want to see him.
Maybe later. Right now, he's still in recovery. I'll probably move him to a private room in a couple hours.
Thanks, Doc.
Just doing my job. Okay. Now I need to speak with Mr. Jared Munson.
Give it to me straight, Doc. Am I pregnant, and whose baby is it?
Ah, yes. You are indeed exactly like Nurse Helen said you would be.
A man so handsome you're questioning your sexual preferences?
Maybe we should go down into a private office.
There's nothing you can't say in front of my people.
These are your people?
Nah. I'm just too lazy to walk down the hall. Besides, walking down that hallway won't change the outcome, will it?
No, but we usually like to discuss such intimate details in private.
Are we back to how handsome I am again, Doc? Because if it's not, I would just appreciate if you just spit out whatever it is you're trying to tell me.
Okay. Mother's in very grave condition. She has suffered both brain aortic aneurysm, which was brought on by the heart attack. Right now she's in a coma. She will probably never regain consciousness. And if she does, she'll probably be permanently paralyzed.
Wow! You know, I really thought there was going to be a long, difficult road ahead of us, Doc. But I can definitely see light at the end of the tunnel now.
Are you okay there, Mr. Munson?
What's the matter? Is my sense of sarcasm not operating properly?
Do you think you're the only one with pain? Do you think you're the only one in the entire universe with problems?
Oh my God! There are others? Why don't we start a support group or a bowling team?
A nude bowling team.
I like the way you think.
Would you like me to get you a counselor to speak with?
Give it to me straight, Doc. In plain English. What am I looking at here?
Okay, a week, maybe 2. Then a gradual fading away. You know, there's really nothing you can do for her. I consider just going back home and getting on with your life.
Well, if it's all right with you, Doc, I would prefer to stick around just in case you and the rest of the brain trusts around here are wrong.
Whatever you think is wise, Mr. Munson.
Please go with Jerry.
Okay, Jerry. You're more than welcome to stay, but I think you're gonna find hanging out in a waiting room was pretty much like being in purgatory.
Dating Rachel Steinberger was purgatory, Doc. My mother was in there. If I was in there, my mother would stay. I think I'll write it out for duration.
Okay, your choice. I have a few more rounds to make. You know, you might really want to consider speaking with a counselor.
Are there no operations we could do?
Nothing that's going to save.
No specialists we could call in?
No, it's like this. Everything's failing on your mother. We fix one thing, then something else will fail.
Hopeless?
Not unless God decides to step in and perform a miracle.
Then I will need to speak to somebody.
Good. I'll send the counselor up.
Make it a good, fast-speed softball pitcher. My hitting's gone to crap since my mother can't throw to me anymore.
Are you, like, serious about anything?
I am serious when I say I've never loved a man in a lab coat more than I love you right now.
Okay there, Mr. Munson. I guess we'll be talking later. You should really consider seeing a counselor. You know, I'm very sorry about your situation.
Reality just totally sucks sometimes, doesn't it?
That's why I try my best to avoid it at all costs.
We all have our demons.
Fucking hate rifles.
I wonder if that Joker, what's his name again?
Jerry?
Jerry. I hope he left for good. He treats the emergency room like he's at a family picnic.
What the hell is a picnic, Mr. Frowny Face?
You don't know what a picnic is?
Where are you from?
Yo, Brooklyn.
Brooklyn? Forget about it. You must be one tough little hellcat.
I'll kick you in the ass and search you on the plate.
She don't know what a picnic is.
That doesn't surprise me. They teach handgun maintenance in the first grade down in Brooklyn.
You think that's funny?
Ah, lighten up, lady. It just ain't that important whether I do or I don't.
Just like that other guy, joking and making light out of other people's tragedies and sorrows. It's wrong, damn it, wrong!
Please keep your voice down, Mrs. Caruso.
So I've been late since the Clinton administration. Hey, Helen?
Why don't you go mop up the bottom of Lake Michigan for a couple of hours without Scooby-Doo?
Anytime you want to climb out of your rut.
You'll never get that lucky.
Nah, you didn't let me finish. I was gonna say I saw a street person the other day that thought had such little self-respect they might give you a go.
I know you couldn't get another job, so why don't you close your pie hole, mop what you gotta mop, and leave.
Hey, how you doing, pal?
Nifty, dude.
Nifty's a great thing to hear, man.
Nifty is as much a state of mind as it is an adjective.
What's your name, bristle pole technician?
Some call me the space cowboy, some call me the gangster of love.
Do some people call you Maurice? Because you speak on the pompousness of love?
They do. But my dad named me Gus.
Good to meet you, Gus. I'm wondering if you could help me with something tonight.
Oh, it's time for you to go, Gus.
It would be an honor to help a man like you.
Gus, I'm nobody special. I'm just Jerry Munson from Boulder, Colorado. But tonight, I am a man with a vision.
Well, I'm a man that respects a man with a vision any day of the week.
Help me with that table, would you?
That's hospital property. You're not allowed to move that.
Call the local precinct. I'm not going anywhere.
Is the pressure getting to you?
This'll do just fine. Let's get rolling, shall we?
Yes.
Rolling with what?
Please get over to the intensive care unit immediately. Yes, it's him again. Just get here as quickly as you can.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Jerry Munson, and I am here to welcome you to the St. Francis Show. Loaded with poignancy and laughs, this is the show that's got it all.
Are there hidden cameras here or something?
I bet it's a reality show. That's a big thing these days.
Are you out of your mind?
Dude, you gotta be the coolest guy to show up at this hospital since Nathan Lane stopped by to get his object removed.
You're so insensitive to people's sadness.
As I was saying, welcome to the St. Francis Show. Tonight's first guest is...
I'm in, dude!
You are not in, dude. You're needed on the 5th floor, Gus, over in the nursery.
Dr. Tara, right? On my way.
I have a funny feeling you are the Jerry Munson I keep hearing about.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the St. Francis Show. I'd like to introduce our first guest, one of the most popular doctors to ever walk these halls, Dr. Sutera, thoracic surgeon and top administrator.
Oh, okay. Woo! I'll play along for a little bit.
Dr. Sutera, this is quite an honor. Now, is it okay if we call you Terry? Terrence?
Terry is just fine, Jerry.
So, how's the doctoring business these days, Terry?
Unfortunately, busier than ever.
The camera. Play to the camera.
People are living longer than ever, Jerry, but it also requires more medical assistance to keep those people around.
As they say in the recording business, true that! True that! Come on, people! Give me something! Alright, back to you, Terry. How do you like being a doctor?
What I went to school for, sacrificed for, studied for.
Isn't anyone gonna toss this idiot out of here?
Hush up, you pant load. Has it all been worth it, Terry?
I've never second-guessed the course I've run.
Did they teach you to shrink heads in medical school?
Psychiatry is in the basic curriculum, sure.
No. I mean, really shrink heads like those witch doctors do.
Sadly, no.
Don't worry, mister. I have an aunt that practices voodoo. She can teach you how to shrink them heads.
Ladies and gentlemen, our good friend Michelle.
Michelle Kowalski.
Michelle Kowalski, chiming in with a gem.
Now, I'm going to be your next guest on the show, right?
You damn well are.
Can't you just tell this madman that he has to leave?
This really is not right, Dr. Sutera.
I'll be the judge of that.
Where is the code blue? Where is the code blue?
Code blue is an escaped mental patient, Carl.
Isn't that what Jerry is?
You know what? I've had about enough out of you, Nurse Mango.
Hey, don't make me get out the pepper spray.
Pepper spray? My God, does North Korea know we have pepper spray? Because if they did, they would certainly disarm.
There's no need to take this any further. You can go back downstairs, Carl. I have everything under control.
No, you don't. This crazy bastard is taking over the hospital.
I think he's brilliant.
It's revolting.
Jerry?
I know what you're going to say. We'll be right back after a short commercial break with our second guest, Michelle Kowalski. And later on in the show, we will see 5 of the sexiest x-rays Dr. Sutera has ever seen. Then we'll get some street musicians to come in and do some Beatles covers. And then we'll all watch Nurse Helen get drunk and blow everyone on the floor.
I never!
Needed a drink to do that?
All right. Now you're going too far, Jerry. You're making for a bad waiting room environment.
Oh, but a hell of a television show.
We're back with the St. Francis Show and our guest, Dr. Terrence Sutella, healer and wheeler and dealer at the beautiful St. Francis Hospital in Bensonville, Illinois.
I've got to run, Jerry, but I appreciate the attention.
How about a hand for the good doctor, everybody?
Should I call the police? I don't think that's necessary, Carl. I'm sure Mr. Munson will be very respectful of the noise levels around the hospital.
And what if one does not want to be subjected to this hysteria?
Then one can go 5 doors down to the other waiting room. It's as quiet as a church down there.
Let's see, right. Our next guest tonight is Cynthia. Cynthia. Claude Rains, you suck as a cue card operator, you're fired.
Cynthia Barrett!
Oh, Cynthia Barrett, a true charmer. Who brings you to the area, Cindy?
I prefer Cynthia. I just think it sounds more regal.
Do you have a friend or family in the hospital?
Yes. My best friend Margaret Pinkowski is in a coma after falling down a flight of stairs in her apartment building, and I've been coming around work shifts and hoping for the best.
Could I trouble you to talk about your area of expertise? Dating?
Dating?
You get lots of guys, don't you?
Well, yes, I do.
How do you keep it all under control?
Did somebody tell you about my Rolodex of doom?
Is there a single guy in the entire Chicago area that hasn't heard about this Rolodex?
You go, girl.
Would you mind telling the great unhip and unwashed out there in TV land exactly how this Rolodex of doom works?
Well, I've got like 180 or so really great punishments, and if a guy pisses me off and wants to come crawling back, I really put him through hell.
Get a lot of crawlbacks?
I get my share.
Give us a sampling on how it all works.
Let's say you dump me on a Friday night at the last minute because you think you can get a hotter date.
Which you can't.
Which you can't. It's pretty stupid. Then you realize you gave up the best you were ever going to get and you want me back. You have to submit to the Rolodex.
What could be in there?
Are you people all high?
Quiet, pipsqueak nurse. This is the first interesting thing I've seen since I got here.
Give us an example.
Well, one of them is like, you have to tape a sponge to your face and wash my car with your nose to get me to forgive you. Another one might be like, you have to take me to a hockey game in a pink dress.
Oh man, you are tough.
This woman here tough.
How does the punishment get decided?
I just give it a big old spin, and wherever it lands is the penalty that fits the crime.
How did you get this list?
Some I made up, some I got from friends, some I got from reading things like Story of O, Sleeping Beauty trilogy, Exit to Eden, and Mortal Comics.
You know, Catwoman really gets a nose out of joint when Batman pisses her off.
Thanks for sharing that, Kev. Now, Sin, what happens if it's a capital offense, like slept with your best friend or a sister?
Oh, you can stop right there. This is not going to be suitable for public consumption.
Shut up!
Let's just say it will take weeks for you to work your way up to kissing the tops of my boots, from the soles of my boots, and just when you think you're gonna get something good, you are dismissed. I dump them.
How about Cynthia Barrett, ladies and gentlemen?
I wish I had a friend like you when I was growing up.
How can you not relate to the pure sadism of it, Helen?
Who says I cannot relate, wise guy?
Do you have a personal favorite in that Rolodex?
Well, I don't know if it's my favorite, but I made this guy cover himself in Cheese Whiz, and all he was allowed to wear was his underwear that I glued Ritz crackers on.
That's all kinds of freaky. I like it.
Was there a significance in this?
He was a total cheese ball, so I thought he should look like one.
You gotta love it. Touché!
The best part was that I made him take me to an animal shelter, and some of the dogs got loose, and it was really ugly.
Bet you never heard from him again.
Actually, he calls all the time, looking for ways to get into trouble. Oh,
Okay. I need to speak with the next of kin to Margaret Penkowski.
So sorry.
So, why are you hosting this television show?
You ever sit around and wait for your only living relative to die?
I can't say I have.
The only way in is if you go first.
So you're doing this to get bad things out of your system by irritating the living daylights out of Helen?
That's just a wonderful byproduct, a bonus gift, you might say.
I can't say she hasn't got it coming.
You know, I just hate dying every bit, a little bit each hour, and I hate watching other people do it even more.
So you like making other people feel better?
Yeah, I like making people feel better.
Great! I'll take a neck rub, a check for $5,000 to get me out of hock, and a leather ankle length coat.
Would you settle for a couple of smiles?
Around here, any day of the week.
Why are you so different from that other nurse?
I'm not worried about a promotion or getting a reputation for running a tight ship.
What were you striving for?
Helping people, making enough to pay my rent, eventually marrying a doctor, or an extraordinarily cute janitor or a night watchman.
Oh, heavens to Murgatroyd, we got some more guests coming.
I'm gonna get to see the show.
Yes, you are. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with incredible pride and pleasure that I welcome you back to the St. Francis Show. At this moment, I have two very special guests. Please welcome Lloyd and Floyd Patterson to the show. Welcome back, lads.
What in God's creation are you going on about?
Don't be a dork, bro. It's a reality TV show like Joe Millionaire. Who wants to pork a cheerleader?
Who wants to
Never mind. That's an internet site. Forget about it. Hey, Mom, Mabel, that hot-looking chick with Ed Norton in the 25th Hour. How you doing?
You don't have the brains we're born with, Floyd. Acting like a sexed up perv. You want to say hi to all the cute hootie girls out there, no?
So, gentlemen, pillars of the community, frickin' frack. How was Brother Dave?
We just came back to pick him up. They're releasing him.
Less than a week after he got shot.
Less than 24 hours after they found out he had no health care insurance.
Often seems like a key to fast recoveries.
Yeah, we got a lot of quick healers in our family. Like, even our cat made a quick recovery like 6 years ago. I accidentally shot the Matchbox car of his butt. He's in and out of that animal hospital the same day.
He gets his smarts from Mom.
What species was she?
I say Irish, or it might have been Sagittarius.
Lisa, it just writes itself.
You know, we got Dave one of them Kevlar vests the cops use on drug raids, as a peace offering. Man, I hope he still ain't pissed.
He's got to know it was an accident.
Well, I hope so, but you remember he threw me down that well like 3 years ago? That was when he still liked me.
You got to know Dave. He's got a bit of a strange sense of humor. Like he'll slam your head in a corridor as an April Fool's gag, or set your car on fire in the driveway just to watch you come running out screaming.
Sounds like you could have used a few more rounds there, Floyd. I'm only kidding. Come on now. It's all good. It's all good. Dave's coming home tonight.
You guys giving away like a trip to Iowa on the show or something? I sure could use one.
Probably could, but no trips available. Sorry.
Guess I'll just say bling bling to all the fine ladies in the viewing audience.
That fall down the well sure ain't made him none the brighter.
So you said a mouthful there, which is great because I think saying a brain fill in this case is completely out of the question. And it looks like we have another guest. It's none other than
Keanu Reeves. Just back from filming my brand new movie, you should find suitably bitchin'.
Keanu Reeves, Speed, Devil's Advocate, Point Break, Bill and Ted's Big Adventure, The Matrix, All Genius K-Man.
Well, I think my latest motion picture incorporates all the elements that made those other pictures great.
Lay it on us.
Dude, I've directed and starred in my very own remake of the big screen version of Welcome Back, Kotter. I played a Vinnie Barbarino character, and I think I found some insights that Travolta missed.
Heavy duty, awesome.
We also got Ving Rhames as Washington, Drew Carey as Kotter, Christopher Walken as Mr. Goodman, Gary Oldman as Horshack, and Dustin Hoffman as Epstein. It's absolutely kicking, my man.
You know, I always thought there were some unanswered questions.
We've answered every one of them.
Was that Horshack fella a fruit?
Except maybe that question.
Bling bling.
We better go see if we can go get Dave now.
Wait. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Now, before you go, since it is extremely likely that Dave will strangle Floyd on the car ride home, we have set up a very special parting gift for you.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. When is the last time you had a full-grown, hot-looking woman sit in your lap?
Let me think. That would be never.
Well, tonight is your lucky day. Lisa, will you do the honors, please?
Why not?
Right on!
Oh, this is so cool.
Nurse Graves, is this proper behavior?
I guess I better start looking for work at the roller rink.
I was choking on apple, and she saved my life with the Tommy Heinrich maneuver.
Which was invented by a Yankee outfielder from the 1950s.
And you are here for what, Gus?
I was just looking for something to choke on so I could give her more practice.
Just because this is the overnight shift.
There's no reason to discipline somebody for trying to lighten the mood in an otherwise dreary waiting.
Oh, is that what it was?
Looked more like a horny kid getting his first action than me.
Well, this horny kid would like a second chance, if you don't mind.
I'm sorry, sir. If he's not shooting off guns, he's shooting off his mouth. He's got some bad habits.
On second glance, I don't think I saw a thing.
Yeah. You know, that might even be a little catchy too. I might be developing a little choke in my throat too.
You know, I'm beginning to like you guys.
The whole hospital or just Serge and I?
Everybody but Hellish.
You mean Helen?
I always get that name wrong for some strange reason.
We were just coming up here to tell the Patterson brothers that their other brother is already down by the back door and ready to go home.
Did he say anything about me?
No. But I did see him pulling some wire out of the piano down there. Is that a bad sign?
No. He does that at home all the time, too. Good night, folks.
Bling bling.
I'll take it down, Dr. T.
I appreciate it, Serge.
And you know what? I think I may even be choking down something at the employee cafe about...
I get coffee break around midnight.
That's strange. That's exactly when I think I may need that famous, what was it? Hendrix maneuver of yours?
Which was a life-saving process invented by a Seattle guitar hero from the 1960s. Care to sit on tonight's show, Terry?
I've got rounds to make. Maybe tomorrow night, Mr. Munson.
You always just serious and ego?
No, I'm usually more deadpan. Think Ben Stein meets General Tommy Franks.
Personality plus.
Someone's got to supply a serious face to a serious place.
Wait a second. Are you going to honestly tell me that you didn't spend part of your young adulthood screaming, "Pull my finger," or ordering 200 pizzas to a neighbor's house who tried to rat you out as a kid, or pulled high-class pranks on pre-med students?
That was a very long time ago, my friend. I haven't done anything like that since late January.
That's a shocker. There's a human being in there.
Give me a little time. You'll be surprised what I get out of him.
You got me spared from the gallows.
So, what's an impressionist like you doing in a place like this, Gus?
Impressionist? What are you, crazy? I'm a stand-up. I make with the funnies, and people laugh until they poop.
Sounds about right, Mr. Gottfried.
You know, I often thought, what other opportunities lie out there? Sure, anybody could work a comedy club or a theater. But what about the sheer beauty of doing stand-up in a boiler room? Surely, there must be people that need a laugh to the stale air of a hospital or locker room. You gotta go where the work is.
You should get out there, my friend. Maybe a talent agent will discover you. Come on, man. Get out there, Buster.
And give up my new cushy position in the St. Francis show? A man would have to be insane, totally crazy to give up a golden opportunity to work. Bensonville, gateway to Elysian Fields.
Look, I can do fetish videos. You want to see what I look like hogtied? I can drive your ratings through the absolute roof.
I'm sold. Pay the woman.
Can I help you, miss?
Isn't this the show?
Well, it's the St. Francis show, and you're more than welcome to sit in as a guest.
Jade Hoffman. I'm confused. Which one of you two is Joe Millionaire?
Who told you there was a taping for Joe Millionaire up here?
Some guy up on the 8th floor who said his name was Harry Truman.
8th floor?
Psych ward.
Ah, Gus. I think I know where our next guest is.
So, when did you realize you had what it takes to be the next J-Lo?
Well, my cousin Ramona, she said to me, Michelle, because that's what she called me, Michelle. She said, Michelle, you're the bomb.
Big time bomb.
You know, like I was always going around singing and shit, you know, like in the shower. And then I took dance lessons from this guy Sylvester, whose neighbor's brother's uncle's cousin used to deliver groceries to J-Lo's dance teacher in the Bronx. I saw J-Lo shaking her ass and I said, I can do that.
You can shake it?
Straight up, I got everything J-Lo's got except for her money, the movies, and Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck's overrated.
Well, like I was gonna call American Idol and shit and have them put me on. Then my dumbass brother goes and gets hit by a car. And I gotta go home and take care of my mother because she ain't walking too good. Because she got hit by a motorized wheelchair and one of the houses she cleans.
You know, they should give a driving test for giving somebody a motorized wheelchair. It's a license to kill.
Got that right.
You okay there, Mr. Munson?
Yeah, it's just the shock of seeing my mother like that.
Maybe it wasn't such a good idea to go in and look at her like that.
Did you head up your ass, Doc? I got to hold her hand while it was still warm. That is worth the price of admission.
Well, I have to ask you. Do you want me to shut off life support?
To Helen? Absolutely. Right away, as quick as possible.
Why don't you go headbutt a moving train?
Why don't you just grow up? Well, grow in any kind of fashion. Hey, the hell is this? I'm an hour late for the show and the network replaces me?
Replacement? I'm not a replacement. I'm just a freaking guy with a collection of Oscars in for sweep sweets.
Is that the truth?
You want the truth? You want the truth? You can't handle it! I'm the guy up there on the wall, watching and waiting with my mom, ever ready to clean up the spill so you can sleep at night!
You sound more like R.P. McMurphy, you little lunatic. Ladies and gentlemen, the pride and joy of the St. Francis Hospital, Mr. Gus Blenn.
Keeping the seat warm for you, Chief. I know you would have done the frickin' same for me.
Mr. Platt, since you were in a hospital uniform, I assume you were on the hospital clock, no?
Mind taking over for me?
Would somebody, anybody, please get this Madman Munson out of here?
She's a great guest. Ask her about J-Lo.
Okay there. You know where my office is, Jerry. Swing on by if you want to talk.
Doc, What time are the midget karate experts showing up in your office? And what kind of cocktails will you be serving when they do?
Oh, yes. You know what? Let's see. Today's Wednesday. And Wednesday we have our naked Yahtzee contest. Starts at 4. Don't worry about the libations. I have a full still operating in my office closet. Again, if you need to talk.
I got a space open on Friday if you're interested.
You know what? Call my agent.
So, Taylor Swift is trying to steal your man. What do you do?
My current boyfriend? She can have him. He ain't got no job. He's too lazy to get up and walk to the mailbox for his welfare check. You tell Taylor I'll have his bags packed if she wants him that bad.
What if it's a guy you want to keep?
Like benefit?
It's Affleck, you bimbo.
Shut up, mister. I'll shove my foot up your ass.
I'd like to see that.
Marie, you laughed. That's beautiful.
I didn't mean to.
Sure you did. Hey, maybe you and I can get together after the show and do some dirty dancing or play footsie or something. What do you say?
You're quite the imagination, Mr. Munson.
Hey, chickie.
Talking to me.
Yeah, Cupcake. I was just wondering, is this the ICU or is it's a mental ward?
This is the intensive care unit. Who are you here to visit?
Oh, my business associate, Joey X, Bird 11.
Sounds like a gangster.
Yeah, common misunderstandings. He, like myself, professional businessman. How he got food poisoned, I'll never know.
Yes, he's here. Visiting hours will begin in about 15 minutes.
Oh, 15 minutes. I know something that will take about 10 minutes if you show me where the broom closet is.
Why don't you take that tired and stupid fellow's routine a rest and sit down and shut up for 10 minutes?
No problem. Dyke.
Always when you don't think you're hot.
How about you, sweetheart? I know some people that can make you famous. What do you say, a little audition?
Sure. When I look into your eyes, I can see the fire burning.
Now you're talking.
I can sense that you have forgotten more about women than any men ever know.
That's it, now you're talking.
But then I realize I'm more attracted to Marie than I am to you.
On that note, let's go to a commercial break and we'll be right back.
No. Pally, what's wrong with you? Is it a TV show? It's a freaking hospital.
Hidden camera variety show.
Like Fear Factor and Star Search. Better be careful what you say. America could be watching.
Joey Eggs, he didn't get poisoned. Probably ate some bad broccoli rabe or something like that.
Jerry, is Taylor Swift the reason why Jonathan hasn't called me in 2 years?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another enthralling installment of the St. Francis Show. What a show we have for you tonight. Ain't that right, Gus? Gus!
Right on, Jerry, baby!
What the hell are you doing, you little nut? What kind of sidekick are you? Come over here and sit down.
Sidekick? Yes!
As I was saying, quite a show. We have a guest visit from a security guard that puts the cure in security worries. Carl is here with us.
Why?
Show some respect.
Something serious wrong, you people.
We also have a return appearance from the always hilarious Michelle Kowalski.
Actually, Michelle's brother was transferred downtown. Looks like he might pull through in the shooting. They wanted him to be close to the specialists.
This is bittersweet news from our favorite nurse ever.
I'm so ready to take you down to the whirlpool room.
I think we're going to have a very short show tonight, folks.
Finally showing some interest, huh?
Yeah, that I like.
We've lost one of our favorite guests, but it's for the best reasons possible. Perhaps we could get Dr. Salvo to sit on the show with us, or maybe even the surgeon master himself, Dr. Terry Sotero.
Or we could bring in a water dunking tank and see how many times we could dump Nurse Helen into the drink.
Food for thought, but we digress. We have a guest here tonight who is extremely busy. Please welcome Carl. So Carl, how's it hanging?
Not much.
Not the answer that matches the question, but we'll move forward. Since we are sitting in a hospital emergency room and dealing with issues of life and death, it is more than fitting that we have the security chief of the St. Francis Hospital.
Listen, Jerry, most of the stuff is, kids stealing gum from the newspaper stand or ticketing illegally parked cars out in the lot.
You don't get like a crazy husband who wants to kill his wife here?
Not in the 8 years since I've been here.
How about politicians and gangsters that need extra security?
That's regular police or FBI stuff.
Work with me here, Carl. Ratings, baby. Ratings!
Do you want me to make stuff up?
They never make stuff up on TV. That would be wrong.
Very wrong. So why don't we just go to the job that you had before this one?
Okay, night watchman at a mayonnaise factory.
That sounds really exciting. Did you risk your life there?
What brand was it?
I can't name names. That was the most famous one.
Good enough. So, what happened that almost caused you to perish on the job?
Perish.
How did your ass almost get dead?
Oh, yeah. Well, I was chasing this cat. It was the company mascot. It had to get its shots. Smart little critter.
Smart as in used to beat you at Scrabble, Carl?
Not that smart. Well, we never played.
So then what happened?
The vet took its needle out of the case and zoomed into the factory goes the cat. I go chasing after him on account that the golf cart with the letters and the numbers on the front.
Which was the security card?
Yes, the security card. The battery was dead, so I went after him on foot.
Did the cat have a cartoon, you freaking moron?
Hey! Easy back there in the peanut gallery. Easy. Let the guests tell the story.
Well, I almost caught the little furball when he ran into the factory and I lost sight of him. So he ran up a pipe and I lost sight of him and I thought that he fell into a vat of mayonnaise, so I dove in after him.
Did you feel like a big piece of bologna?
More like ham. I really don't like bologna.
Was the cat in there?
Well, just as I was about to hit the nail, I looked up and I realized that he was on a ceiling fan that wasn't on, just like that one.
How'd you risk your life?
Well, I was getting to that. I had like 85 keys on my belt.
Oh my
And
God.
a flashlight and a nightstick.
Was it like quicksand?
Not really, but I wasn't particularly good at the breaststroke, so I was going down fast.
Somebody rescued you.
Well, I thought that the vet was right behind me, but he had stopped us in the lobby at the vending machine on account that they had those tropical flavored Skittles.
Oh, those are good.
Right, so I quickly realized I was on my own and I was losing strength fast.
What gave you the power to save yourself?
Well, it's really a crazy thing, and most people think I'm crazy myself.
Everybody thinks you're crazy.
But my late mom actually spoke to me and told me which side of the tank to swim to.
Did you have an apparition?
No, she actually spoke to me through the cat. At first it was meowing, and then I clearly heard my mom's voice say,
Are you sure it wasn't a mew and then a cough?
I know what I heard.
Marie, do I still seem crazy?
Frankly,
Yes.
So your mom made sure you found your way to safety.
As I remember it, yes, my late mother helped me out of all that gooey white stuff.
Are you sure you weren't at home, drunk in bed?
Well, I thought I was crazy too, and then I saw John Edward.
Oh, great. Now I gotta worry about Joe Chubbs Cardino contacting me for a domestic pet. Like I ain't got no freaking problems here. Jesus.
Life is complex. I don't believe I caught your name.
Sonny Veneruso.
Welcome aboard, Sonny.
Wow. Now that's a guest. Where you from then, sweetheart?
Where do you think I come from? The red light district, down near Shore Drive in the warehouse district.
Coffee break, Carl?
Oh, they were just trying to help me find my contact lens.
And his late mother.
And his misplaced sanity.
Don't go yelling at Carl, Dr. Terry. It's my fault he got sidetracked.
Seems to always lead back to you whenever someone at this hospital isn't at their post.
The lore of a TV show is a great one.
If in fact it was something more than theater of the mind.
What brings you to sit panel with us, Terry?
Just showing honey up here.
Are you an associate of the good doctor?
I'm a prostitute.
Any closer than that?
Droll, Kevin. Very droll.
It's not what you're thinking.
You didn't sell Helen for honey? 3 magic beans and an I Hate Housework t-shirt?
My roommate tried to hang herself tonight, and I got a call on the cell phone saying that she was up here. They told me she's lost a lot of oxygen to the brain.
That's what happened to me in the vat of mayonnaise.
Carl, first floor, emergency room admittance, you. Now!
On my way, Dr. Sotero.
That was a great story, Carl. Thanks for sharing.
Isn't there someplace you belong, Mr. Plank?
I'm the co-host.
Then your time card doesn't reflect you being checked in.
Guess I better go check on that.
I appreciate your attention on that matter. Thanks for the hand gesture, too.
Any word yet on my friend? Her name is Petunia Clark.
Isn't that Petula clock?
When you're alone and life is making you lonely, you can always go downtown.
Ladies and gentlemen, our musical guest, Marie Caruso!
Why did you have to do that?
Do what?
Embarrass me.
Oh, come on, I didn't mean to. Shit. I didn't want to do that.
Yes, you did. You've been pushing everybody's buttons since you got here.
Miss, unfortunately, I found your friend in she's in and out of consciousness and on life support.
God, you know, she kept telling me she was going to do this, and I never did believe her.
Don't beat yourself up over it, lady. If you got somebody in your life that wants to end their own life, you could dedicate yourself to stopping it. But when a window opens, you're going to get it done.
Yeah, it became a weekly ritual of Petunia. It got to the point where I got numb to it.
My father killed himself when I was 15. It took me forever to realize I wasn't the reason. It ain't anybody's reason but the one who does it.
Hooking is not particularly good for one's well-being.
I disagree. Hookers always seem to make me happy.
Hey, wait a minute. I know you.
Yeah, I'm on TV all the time. But I just gotta remind you, those gun charges, racketeering indictments, nothing stuck.
It's not where I know you from. You're that guy who used to drive around the warehouse district every Thursday. And I always had to wear that clown suit with the makeup and the big shoes that you kept in your trunk.
That wasn't me. I'm a Quaker. I'm from Pennsylvania. I live in a little town. There's no automobiles, no electric. You got this wrong. I'm telling you. You're wrong.
Okay, is anyone in here waiting for Joey Farnarella?
Joey Eggs? That's me. Hey, how's that food poisoning going?
I'm sorry, he didn't make it.
Awesome. I mean, a tough break.
In shock?
Yeah, I'm in shock. Shock he lasted that long.
Maybe you would like to sit down and collect your thoughts.
No, this is something maybe I should tell his wife and his good friend, Vinny Antonacci. But I want to tell you guys thanks, man. Nice try, and it was nice meeting you. I'm out of here.
Wow, some people handle sorrow very strange ways.
That guy? He was as disappointed as a kid who gets everything on his Christmas list.
Death, a hit to the heart, or a hoot and a holler. Next on the St. Francis Show.
Where are you coming from? Better not be your mother's room. Visiting hours have been over for an hour and a half.
In that case, I was just running around the edge of around the corner of the building just to see if I could do it.
Why do guys like you always think the rules apply to someone else?
You don't even know what kind of guy I am, Helen. You're too busy shoving stick after stick up your rump and trying to enforce some rules that really don't apply.
You know, you are not the only person on the planet losing a loved one.
I'm the only one losing my mother.
And that gives you the right to thumb your nose at the regulations? It makes it okay for you to show everybody else it's fine, for them to interrupt doctors and nurses at will, to walk into restricted areas anytime the mood hits them.
Can I ask you a simple question?
Don't expect anything associated with you to be simple. Go ahead.
Who broke your heart?
What?
Who or what broke your heart?
You've been here for a couple of days, and all of a sudden you're a psychoanalyst, huh?
You're way too attractive and far too intelligent to be this angry. Something in your life must have triggered it.
Oh, is that so?
I believe so.
You may think you know my type, but you don't.
You want a hug?
Not from you.
I think you should take it from wherever you could get it.
You feel so cool being this glib, don't we?
No, I don't actually. I don't always stop to think about how precious life is. I don't always get to sit next to a dying mother and listen to the symphony of the life support machines. Knowing that there's warmth left in her body that won't be there much longer. It's powerful stuff.
And you think that I'm incapable of understanding that, don't you?
No, on the contrary. You wouldn't be a nurse if you didn't care. I mean, there's better jobs with better hours, better pay, less gloom. You have to have a high degree of compassion to do what you do.
And what do you do, Mr. Sensitivity? Used car salesman? TV talk show host back in Wyoming?
Colorado, actually...
Actually, what do you do in Colorado? Teach rich snobs how to ski and say oh so hip things around a piano and a fireplace when the day is over?
Listen to you. You know, you've got a fertile imagination to go along with a high degree of stunted sensitivity and Gestapo management tactics.
And now you sound like a IRS inspector or a political speechwriter.
You know, I do believe there's more acid dripping out of your mouth than those creatures in the Alien films. You also remind me of another famous movie star.
Oh, what are you going to say now, jerk off? Oh, what are these, the seven dwarfs? Dopey, sleepy.
Actually, I was going to say you kind of remind me of Sophia Loren. That sleek Mediterranean siren.
That doesn't explain why I haven't had a steady boyfriend in the past year and a half.
Eureka! Pay dirt! Now we're getting somewhere.
That's right. We are getting someplace. I am going back to my work at my desk, and you're getting off one final morning. No more walks down the hallway after visiting hours.
Would you like me to lick peanut butter off your neck?
What would your wife say?
Don't have one.
Divorced?
Nope. Never been married. Someday, I hope, I pray.
Guess women don't like wise asses like they used to.
I think they have a bigger trouble with undertakers. You see, there's something about people being surrounded by sadness and death that tends to throw them for a loop.
An undertaker, I would never have had that.
Where's our congenial host of the St. Francis show?
Oh, you just missed him. I think he just quit for the evening.
Damn it. I don't wait for Dr. Cestera to leave. I didn't want him to see me bringing my guitar up here. Wouldn't want me to encourage him in his antics.
Why are you up here with a acoustic guitar, Dr. Salvo?
My mother gave me this guitar when I was 9. Do you remember Rick Springfield? He was a TV soap opera doctor. And then he became a singer, an artist, a guitarist, a platinum artist.
I think a better comparison was that everybody thought that R.P. McMurphy was a genius when he was just a lunatic. Do not get caught up in another nuts floor show.
So you're the first guest tonight?
Well, I wasn't going to be, but when I got here this morning, I was just amazed at how many people have been talking about the show. You know, I don't even know what network it's on, do you?
Well, it's on between The Bachelorette and Buffy the Vampire Slayer on the UPWB Fox Network or something like that.
There's something very, very wrong here. You're out of order. He's out of order. It's a sad day when a man can't even get a TV network right.
Settle down there, Gus.
That was really good, Gus.
All I'm saying is, I think we'd give your show a little more class if you had a little musical accompaniment.
I'm sorry, Doctor, but you with a single acoustic guitar is not a band.
Well, come on, you can't have a band in here. This is a waiting room. That would be crazy.
Well, where would you put a band? The pediatrics wing, the psychiatric ward?
I'd put him in operating room 6. That's be the most boring group of doctors and nurses in the universe.
Ladies and gentlemen, the man with a quip, smart as a whip, my trusty sidekick, Gus Plank.
In case you ain't known, in case you ain't heard, in case you ain't said it, just give me the word. This goes out to all my soldiers out there flipping them birds, and to all the shorties out there wiggling and shaking them curves. Just make it clap, just make it clap, just make it clap.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show that never ends. It's another exciting installment of the St. Francis show. Now, before we get started, can we please get an update on Genevieve Munson?
Vital signs are about the same, Jerry. She's holding on her own, but still in a light coma.
Our good friend and fabulous nurse, Miss Lisa Graves. And now, our first guest. Many people call her the woman with the fastest hands in Illinois. Others call her the Queen of Pleasure. All I know is that it's a pleasure to have her here. Please welcome Honey Wetland to the show. Nice to see you.
Nice to be here. Well, not nice waiting to see if my best friend survives, but nice being in the company of all you nice people.
I guess we could say you're a people person.
I'm a professional whore, Jerry.
You have my total respect, because I can't tell you how many amateur whores I've dated in my lifetime.
You're better than that, Jerry.
I'm sorry. You're right, Marie. I was cashing in on a cheap joke. I apologize.
You set the bar higher than that.
I'll do better, I promise. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show, Marie Caruso.
How much have I missed? How much have I missed?
Sit down. Okay. Let's get back to you, honey. What has brought you to this point?
Well, I would say a general nymphomaniac streak, a high rate of pay, an ex-boyfriend who was a pimp, and the lack of college education.
That's quite a mouthful, but honey, I was wondering what brought you to the hospital today.
Well, I'm actually here for my best friend. We're trying to figure out if she may be brain dead.
Hasn't stopped Ozzy Osbourne from getting a TV show.
We're all hoping for the best. I think you know that, huh?
I do.
God bless you, child.
Thank you. That's very sweet.
Now a question, because I know there's a lot of people wondering about the job you have.
I sure am.
Kevin, you old horn dog.
No, you got it wrong. I'm a professor of sociology. This is purely professional.
And I read Big Boobs magazines for the political articles.
I've never seen any political articles.
What's the best part of your job?
I can't believe this guy. How he gets away with all this stuff? And he keeps a straight face, too.
He doesn't always keep a straight face.
Well, I think I most like the physical closeness, the contact, you know. I don't take just anybody. I'm not addicted to anything. I don't have to take any kids back from foster care. I'm not in debt to any loan sharks. I don't have anything hanging over my head.
You expect us to believe that?
I don't care whether you do or you don't. It's the truth.
So, you like making people happy? I think that's pretty cool.
I'm in need of immediate happiness.
You're better than that, Gus.
What do people do for you, honey?
Obviously, they pay me, Jared.
That's all? Just money?
Something wrong with money?
No, but money's great, but money isn't everything. Is it, Marie?
Well, it can't buy you health, but it can keep you alive.
Sometimes it prolongs things when prolonging isn't the best thing to do.
It sounds like you'd have no trouble pulling the plug.
Not at all. My mother's still on life support there, Kev. Hello. Who do we have here?
Marvin.
Are you affiliated with the hospital?
I live here.
And do you work here?
No. I am the inventor of interdimensional contact lenses.
You are? That's terrific.
Actually, he's not supposed to leave the 8th floor.
Are you also Harry Truman? So, tell me, Marv, if I may be so bold.
I also invented guacamole.
What are you in for?
They say I have frequent breaks from reality.
I don't think that's such a bad thing, actually. Sometimes reality isn't all it's cracked up to be.
I think someone's on the wrong floor.
They needed a massage up here.
Who did?
A lady.
I don't think that's true, Marvin. I think somebody broke a rule and left the area that they're supposed to stay in.
Oh, actually, I asked him to help me out.
You did?
Actually, I did, because Marvin informed us that he invented the neck rub.
Yeah. Yeah, I did!
You see, Dr. Terry, we were discussing how pleasure hostesses like Honey do everything for everybody else, but nobody ever does anything for them. But tonight is different. Isn't that right, people?
Yeah!
Marv, would you please rub her neck?
I have not had one of these.
Thanks for sending the lady up for the Joe Millionaire taping. It was a huge ratings hit.
Yeah, you're welcome. She was nice. She wanted to be famous.
You know, Jerry, every day you get a little closer to making a mockery of this hospital and a complete circus of this unit. And every day I keep waiting to see if you have a point.
My point, Terry, and I wish I had a drum roll. How great was that, folks? point is, Terry, in all seriousness, we have to, as human beings, somehow figure out how to hang on to our humanism as much as possible.
I'd have to say that makes sense.
Dr. Terry, the world is ready to blow itself up, and we get all upset over it, but that is nothing compared to losing the loved ones, losing people we care about.
I see it all the time.
You ever draw a straight line from that madness, all the madness on the streets to what's going on in the world? It's always a lone gunman, a psychotic human being, a crazed orphan. All people that have lost connection, lost love.
We only hate what we don't understand and what we don't know.
We've had laughs here. We've shared. We've bonded here.
We've been on national TV.
Like hell you have. This is no TV show. This is a figment of Mr. Munson's imagination.
There were no hidden cameras?
He never said there was. He just acted like he was a TV host and everybody believed what they wanted to believe.
Wake up, people. This is an undertaker. Wake up.
So what if he is? I don't believe you solicited money or tried to humiliate anyone, have you?
No, I just tried to make time go a little faster and bring everybody closer together.
You've done nothing but make my life more difficult.
I'm gonna fix that right now. Bump over a seat, would you, honey?
After getting me that neck rub, you can have anything you want, sugar.
Have a seat.
You think you're gonna pull me into your little fantasy world?
No, I'm gonna pull you out of yours. Sit there. I dare you.
I want you to watch this, Dr. Cetera. And then I want you to throw him out of here once and for all.
Not only will Terry not be throwing me out, he will be my guest on tomorrow's show. You will like me, and then one of the two of you will be buying me breakfast tomorrow morning.
Sure beats the crap out of watching Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune every day on that TV set.
Marvin! Helen needs your area of expertise.
Like I need to watch him crawling around all four corners of the room yelling, come out, wherever you are, Stuart Little. Oh my God.
Would you mind grabbing a hand, honey?
You got it.
Kev, grab a foot, please.
Oh, why don't you redo anything nice for her? She's always been mean to us.
Now, Kevin, be the bigger man.
Carl, I don't think you need to break this up.
Break this up? Hell, she doesn't know the foot.
I don't think you're gonna prove anything. Oh my God, this feels so good.
I don't think I've ever met anyone quite like you, Mr. Munson.
99 bottles of beer on the wall, 99 bottles of beer. If one of those bottles should happen to fall, 98 bottles of beer on the wall, 98 bottles of beer on the wall, 98 bottles of beer. If one of those bottles should happen to fall, 97 bottles of beer on the wall, 97 bottles of beer on the wall, 97 bottles of beer.
What do we have here?
I thought you gave me an open invitation a couple of days ago.
Think we can call a few more nurses up here, Terry? We seem to be a few babes short.
That's inappropriate, Gus.
Let me try it again. Think we can call a few more nurses up here? Dr. Sutera?
You know I can't okay that.
Not a problem. May I come in?
Be my guest.
Jerry,
Yes, Helen.
I just wanted, I've been meaning to, you know this isn't easy for me.
You're welcome.
Maybe you'd like to massage my backside with your lips.
You know, if I knew that was going to make us friends sooner, I would have done it when I first met you.
I know this sounds stupid, but that affection yesterday was just about the nicest thing that's happened to me this year.
No, that's not stupid. Affection is what keeps us alive and sane. Welcome back to the world of life.
Did either of you see the news this morning? That mafia guy who was here yesterday, what was his name? Sonny?
Sonny Veneruso, as I recall.
Yeah, he was on the news today with a host of indictments.
Big shocker, and here we were just thinking that he was visiting a friend who ate bad broccoli or asparagus.
Hello, everybody. I bake cookies.
Oh, nice. Do you bake a lot?
Well, I haven't for the last couple of months, but I went home last night and I got in the mood and voila, here they are.
So I guess you must have gotten some good news for who you're visiting. And by the way, who are you visiting? I don't think you ever told me.
My son, Anthony.
Things are looking up for Anthony?
Anthony died here almost 2 months ago. He was in a terrible car accident and he lingered for a few days, but there wasn't anything they could do for him.
You've been coming here every day for 2 months without having anyone in the ICU?
I didn't know where I was supposed to be. All my other kids live out of state and I just couldn't sit in my house alone all day.
Oh, Maria, I'm so sorry. I didn't know. Did you know?
Yeah, I knew. I just didn't understand until now.
Thank you, Jerry. I forgot that the living have to go on with it.
You know, I almost feel sort of bad now saying that my roomie's vital signs are improving.
No, that's something to talk about. That's the best news I've heard in 8 weeks.
Other than my passionate interpretation of 99 bottles of beer yesterday?
Glad you're here, amigo. It's going to be the best show we've ever done.
Just wait until you see Dr. Zutera. He was right behind me on the way up.
Oh, nice to see you people. Whole time, great show tonight.
Now I've seen everything.
We want to open the show with an original song called Feather in a Hurricane. We hope everyone in the TV audience really enjoys it.
If it's an original, how does everybody know it?
Well, we all went to the bar last night after the shift changed.
And I used to play in a band with my brother.
A brother who will be coming home next week. Hey, hope springs eternal.
I'm just hoping this band takes off so I can get some chicks.
We went to an open mic night last night and there wasn't a lot of talent.
Well, when Terry got up there, we all started talking and figured out everybody played something, and the rest is history.
Ladies and germs, let's show Terry and the Stethoscopes some love!
1, 2, 3, 4.
Guys. This is a hospital. People are sick enough as it is. But thank you so much for humoring this crazy man.
No, thank you for being certifiably nuts.
Oh my God. Flatline. Room 525.
That's my mother!
I'll walk you down and help you sign all the appropriate paperwork, Jerry.
Thanks, Doc. I know you guys did everything you could. I really appreciate it.
I'll personally make sure that, mother's body gets shipped back to Colorado. It's the least I can do.
Thanks, Doc. I appreciate that, and it's time for me to go back home and move on to the next thing.
Grieving for a few months?
Nah, that's something I'm going to be doing a little bit each day for the rest of my life. It's time to go back to work and have fond memories of all the great people I met in northern Chicago.
I'll send you an MP3 of me singing downtown.
Have the house band come to Colorado and we can record there.
And I'll look you up when I get out to Colorado. And maybe you can teach me how to ski?
We can make that work.
Just point me to the Aspen Comedy Festival, the Sundance Film Festival. I got a career to get rolling on.
Know it.
And if you have any single chicks out there, keep your friend Carl in mind.
Gotcha.
You sure you don't want a going away present? It's on the house.
Well, that's quite an offer there, honey, but the best present you can ever give me is your friendship and knowing your friend Petunia's going to be okay. You, Tin Man, you've got the biggest heart I've ever run into.
Get out of here. You've been trapped in my crossword puzzles for far too long. Love ya.
Love you too. You, Scarecrow, I think I'll miss you most of all.
I am so sorry about everything.
No. Don't be sorry about anything. You helped me make me feel better about myself, and I helped you make me feel better about other people. I think your brain's about hipster stuff.
Could I get that quick lip massage on my backside?
You're gonna have to come out to Colorado to get that. To all my loyal viewers of the St. Francis Show, God love you. That's a wrap.
Who wants a thumb wrestle? That's 97 out of 193.
Hey, break it up. The show's over.
Doc, I have to thank you for all you did for my brother. You know, when I first got here, I wanted to throw your body into a wood chipper and throw the body parts into the ocean.
I didn't think I was that bad a guitarist.
No, it was, I felt you were cold and uncaring to the patients, and I realized you have to stay professionally detached.
Well, I'm glad you didn't follow through on your plan. Anyway, I can't swim.
You know, what a feeling to see Petunia opening her eyes again. You guys are amazing.
You know what? Sometimes a little medical knowledge, a little luck, and we end up with a happy ending. We need more of those around here, don't we? All right, good night, all. Good night, nurse.
Good night, everybody. Safe home.
Oh, you know what? I have a special hospital discount rate.
Excuse me. I'm trying to locate my father. They said he was born here. I'm Eric Fenton. His name is Willard Fenton.
Yes, he's here. Oh, but you've arrived after visiting hours. I'm afraid you're going to have to come back tomorrow.
Hey, you sound like the kind of person with that insensitive remark that would go trick-or-treating as the dentist in Little Shop of Horrors. Or maybe that pissed-off little midget in the leprechaun. I'm talking a real medical emergency.
Please keep your voice down. This is an intensive care unit. Mr. Fenton, did you say?
Would you please just listen for a second, Mr. Sod?
The name is Ramsey.
Well, I'm sorry, I must have misread your name tag.
Actually, I had that coming.
Actually, I am sorry. It's just that they told me my dad was rushed here. They didn't give me any information. I'm really nervous.
He's in room 525. Okay. I'll take you in. But please keep your voice down. There's other patients, okay?
That's a beautiful smile.
Why do all the married guys always make the compliments?
I'm not married.
Landon is this way. You know, I heard several of the doctors saying the recovery looks excellent.
You know, I know this is probably against the rules, so I really appreciate your sticking your neck out like this just to show me a little kindness.
The heck with the rules. This is all about human beings, right?